Alright, so today as I was on my way to work, I was driving along on the interstate, 70 miles an hour roughly. Suddenly I just started hearing this nasty, rattly noise, and I'm thinking, oh, this cracked out truck next to me is messed up or something, whatever. I didn't think much of it. And the truck passes me, and I still hear the noise, so then I go ahead and push the clutch in, noise slows down, rev it up, comes back, and I'm like, oh crap, so it's me. So then I get to work, right as I'm pulling into the driveway for work, I hear the belt squealing, and it's squealing like crazy, and there's a lot of snow going on right now, so I thought it was that at first as well. But I combined that with the rattling, that this car never squeals like that, so I kind of put two and two together. There's maybe an issue with the pulleys, so I went through my day at work not thinking much of it, but also kind of in the back of my head thinking, maybe I gotta replace an engine. I thought maybe there was something up in the head, because at a glance when I went to look at it, I popped the hood real quick before I went into work, and I couldn't hear anything. I just knew that it was coming from the top end of the motor, and the belt wasn't squealing or anything. All you could hear was a nasty rattling. So it sounded like something, maybe a timing chain, something along those lines. So when I went ahead, drove it back home, squealing again, rattling like crazy again. It's like rattling so bad I can hear it in the car while I'm on the interstate, so it's pretty bad at that point. So I went ahead, got it home, fired it up, watched it, and then I could hear it, and then I could see the pulley moving. So I'll show you the video of that. But rev it up. Okay. Oh, and then one other dead giveaway, that it's something with the pulleys. Look how floppy this belt is right now. Normally, obviously, it would not be that floppy, and nonetheless, look at that. As I'm moving it, there's tons of metal flakes falling down. So, all right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen up the tensioner, or move the tensioner over so I can pop the belt off. For that, I'm going to use a 14 millimeter open end, and I'm going to use one of these guys on the end of it for leverage. So you can actually turn it clockwise as if you're tightening it, and then you're going to use. See how I got it right there? It's kind of weird, but it works. So you just pull it towards the front of the car, just enough to knock my light off. Okay, so there we go. I got that off. I'm going to try to keep it in that general area, because that way it doesn't pop off of everything else. Alright, you can see I just stuck a screwdriver in there to hold the belt up, just so it doesn't fall down, because there's snow all under the car, and I don't really feel like dealing with that right now. So just putting a 14 millimeter socket on the pulley bolt here. So if you look at that bolt, looks like some of the threads might have came with it. I'm not sure if the camera's focusing on that or not, but that might be a problem. We'll see if it still tightens up with the new one. There you go. Got that guy off. Alright, so looking at that, you can see how bad that is, because it looks like the bearing race might still be stuck on there, so that's the problem. Alright, so here's the pulley. You can see that part of it got kind of ground away. This pulley is actually metal, which is preferred versus a plastic replacement I got, but gotta work with what I have. Alright, so the way I'm going to get that race off, I basically went ahead and put some vice grips on it, clamped them out there, not too tight, just enough to bite into it, and I'm turning it. That worked, but it looks like this thing is kind of mangled. I don't know how well it's gonna work, but parts store only had the pulley in stock, not the whole bracket, so I'm gonna try to make do, but that does not look good. Alright, so that looks pretty bad. I'm guessing what happened is it was heating up so much from, driving like that. I don't know if this is going to go back on. The new one's going to go even onto this little nub. There's plenty of meat on the bottom and right there, but it just doesn't seem like it's going to hold. But I may have to do it just to limp it along for a couple days. Alright, so I popped the belt to the side. Well, looks like the pulley still pops on there, right? I'll see. I'm not really liking this, but I'm going to have to try. I mean, I got to use the car. I'm going to put the bolt on and the little cap on and see. But first, I'm going to try to get these shavings out of the bolt. It's not focusing at all, but you can tell it took some of the threads with, so I'm going to clean this off first with a wire brush. Alright, so it looks like from the heat, even the little shield got mangled, so I'm going to put this on, hope it doesn't fall apart, and then try to source another pulley bracket. So probably just order that online because nowhere nearby had it, and plus it was like $100 or $90 or something like that, so I'm hoping I can find it cheaper online. And here's a close-up just so you can see how sketchy this is. Like half of that is gone. Must have been from the heat, because yeah, that is pretty bad. But it's threading in, so it'll have to do, but I'm definitely going to be replacing this bracket. Alright, so I'm just going to go a little bit past snug. This thing wasn't crazy tight, so I'm not going to go anything crazy with it, but alright, so I'm going to go ahead and loosen up the tensioner here, and then pop the belt on. It's a little messed up on the tensioner pulley, so I'm going to, there we go. And it's on all the other ones just fine, so I'm going to go ahead and start it up. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and fire it up. Let's see if it works. Alright, we're looking good. No more noise. Pulley's on there nice, not wobbling or anything. I'm going to replace that bracket, but this is going to do for now. And here's what's left of the OEM pulley. Obviously the ball bearings are all gone. Just the inner race and then the pulley here. I may hold on to this and order a new bearing because I prefer the metal over the cheap plastic one. I just don't trust that long term. So I'm going to see if maybe I can get the OEM bearing. Then I'm going to get the bracket and maybe I'll make a video doing that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty straightforward job, but I'm really glad it ended up being that because when I was driving on the interstate it sounded like I had a catastrophic failure in the engine. So yeah, I mean, pretty simple job, but if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, just leave them below. Thanks.